October 5, 2012, 4 undergraduate students in the southern Nigeria went to collect money a fellow students owed one of them. What happened next shocked the nation. This is a sad true-life event. Beginning of this movie shows a badly beaten and severely injured young man staring at armed mob running towards him, but to his dismay, the mob ran past him without noticing his presence. Leonard, also known as Big L, is in his house when Tizzy, his friend and fellow schoolmate, comes in. Tizzy shows Big L a CD containing his newly composed song, and both friends are happy about this. Later, Tizzy tells Leonard his intention to go ask for money wisdom. Another schoolmate owes him and both agree. Tizzy go while Leonard bids his mom goodbye. Tessie had get to Oka community where Wisdom stays. Some young men sitting at the barber's shop nearby are agreeing with envy because most of the youths in this community cannot afford university education, hence they believe every student from the university who visit their community always come around to show off. This bruises their fragile ego. Tessie goes to Wisdom apartment, but Wisdom is not at home, so Tizzy left the community, goes back to meet Big L. Big L informs Tizzy about the competition they have to partake in the evening, and this makes them happy. Later that night, Big L, Tizzy together with 2 other friends perform at the show and the group won the competition. While they celebrate their victory in the campus, Rachel, Tizzy's girlfriend, comes in and also joins in the celebration. The organizer of the competition later meets the group and he invites them to come perform in another show coming up later in the campus. Tizzy with his girlfriend Rachel go to a cobbler's shop where Tizzy picks up his shoes. Rachel is not really into music. She loves her studies in the university and always insists Tizzy does the same. Tizzy tries convincing her to listen to his CD, but Rachel throws it away. It is examination season, and after the students are through with the exams, Tizzy reminds and invites Rachel to a gig he and his group would perform later in the night, but Rachel says she's not interested because she is tired. At the campus gig, Wisdom, who owes Tizzy, comes around, so Tizzy and group request him to pay, and Wisdom promises to do the needful on Friday at 3 p.m. when they come to his place in Aku community, so Tizzy lets him go. Back on the campus, Tizzy's friends accuse Tizzy of being too cool with Wisdom, and one suggests they go to Wisdom's house as early as 5 a.m. in the morning on Friday to prevent him from running away as usual. The students are interrupted by Big L and Tizzy's song playing on the radio, and this makes them happy and all dance to the song. Later that day, while Rachel prepares meal for Tizzy, Big L reminds Tizzy about their planned trip to Aku community to meet Wisdom, so both left for Aku community. A roadside plantain seller in Aku notices the boys are new in the community, so she advises them to keep off the community for that moment because terrible things are happening there. When Tizzy and Big L check Wisdom's house, they did not meet Wisdom again. While moving out of the community, head of the community vigilante suspiciously asks them their mission in the community, but they said they only come around to check on a fellow student. The vigilante head focuses his suspicious gaze at them as they walk away. Before I continue, please my wonderful friends watching this, kindly subscribe to this channel, click the like button and smash the notification bell to get more films and event explained. Thanks for watching. Back to the film. In their campus studio, both friends decide to hire the service of a cult member who would serve as their bodyguard when they visit Wisdom as early as 5 a.m. the next morning. This decision was reached because they understand Wisdom too, he is cult member and he could own a gun. Chibuzo, who is also one of their friends, notifies them about how dangerous their trip to Aku community at that early hour could turn out, but the rest of the group shut him down. Meanwhile, there has been a surge in criminals activities in Aku community around this period, so the vigilante group are at loggerhead with the community leaders. The vigilante group accuses the community leaders of always advising them to hand over any criminal caught committing crime in the community to the police. The police would later set the criminals free after collecting bribe from them. The criminals would then come back to the community and cut the lives of the vigilante group short. The community head still insists the vigilante should hand over criminals to the police while the vigilante disagrees. Back at the campus, Tizzy began having doubt about Gabriel's commitment to what he hires him for, but Big L advises him not to doubt the guy's commitment. The scene later shifts to 1 a.m. in the morning when the Aku vigilante group are seen manning different entry points to the community. At 4:55 a.m. Tizzy, Big L and 2 members of their music group meet Gabriel and they all move on motorbikes to Aku community. They got to Wisdom's place and forced their way into his apartment. While Gabriel beats Wisdom, the remaining stop him and this made Wisdom escape to the street. He began screaming at the top of his voice, "Thief, thief, thief." Gabriel also shot at Wisdom but missed. This noise alerted the vigilante who come over to the place in large numbers and catch Tizzy, Big L and 2 members of the group, but Gabriel escaped. The vigilante took them to the center of the community, but the community youth leader, sensing this could be a setup, come to rescue them from the vigilante and keeps them in a room till dawn. When it dawned, the vigilante threatened to burn down the building. The youth leader keeps these students if he refuses to hand over the students to them. They makes the youth leader unwillingly yield to the bidding of this vigilante group. The 4 students were taken to the community head where they explained their mission to him about coming to collect the money a fellow student owes them. The community head, under pressure from the vigilante and crowd, has little option because he fears the crowd. He instructs the vigilante head to follow these students to Wisdom's apartment, and if Wisdom is not found, the vigilante group should do to the students whatever they think is right. As they proceed to Wisdom's residence, the crowd, who following in large number, keep beating these students and screaming, "Kill them, kill them, kill them." On getting to Wisdom's place, he was nowhere to be found. The vigilante head finds a picture which truly proved that these accused were actually university students, but he quietly keeps it because he does not want to be seen as wrongly accusing innocent people. The police arrived to the community and offered to take the 4 students to the police station for further investigation. The crowd and the vigilante group refused. All explanation by the students to prove their innocence proved abortive. The police are overwhelmed by the crowd and did not call for reinforcement but rather move out of the community. At this point, the mob begin to violently lynch these 4 innocent students as they walk them down to the center of the community where they finally beat them to death and set their lifeless bodies ablaze. Later that day, the health workers come over to take burnt bodies away with the ambulance while Leonard's parents are crying uncontrollably. Consequently, hundreds of students from the same university these 4 murdered students studied invaded Aku community and brought great havoc to the community. They destroyed everything on site and brought the community to its knees while every person living in the community ran away. Subsequently, the state police command arrested some suspects over their involvement in the lynching and gruesome murder of the 4 students. 5 years later, a federal high court found 3 persons guilty of the murder of the 4 students and the judge sentenced those found guilty to death. My great friends, please kindly subscribe to this channel, click the like button and the notification bell to get more updates about the next film explained. Thanks for watching. Do have an awesome day.